Rumors are that this is the real reason why Porsha is desperate to film in Simon's mansion. What's going on? I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about. And it centers around rumors that allegedly this is the real reason why Porsha is desperate to film in Simon's mansion. What's going on? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more. And here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly Porsha is rushing to gain filming access to her and Simon's mansion so that she won't be outshined by Shamea and the other cast members' huge and extravagant homes. The source explained, Porsha simply doesn't want to be left out of the wealth conversation by fans once they see how luxurious the other cast members' lives are. These new peach holders have money, said the source. Wealth that Real Housewives of Atlanta hasn't seen in years. Porsha wants to be able to compete and outdo the other ladies as well. In her mind, said the source, her previous house isn't glamorous enough and that the mansion that Simon purchased is the better fit. And Simon may know this, said the source, and is probably determined to embarrass Porsha as she tries to present her $1 million lifestyle that Simon believes she can't afford. The source continued, he already started, said the source, by trying to publicly embarrass Porsha by shading the fact that he took back the Rolls Royce that he bought for her. He knows how to make Porsha jealous, said the source, and he knows the trigger language to use. Allegedly, Porsha's team has been urging her just to film in her old house, but she isn't listening. The more time she wastes trying to get the court order to film in the house that Simon purchased for them, the more time she is losing in front of the camera, which may spell disaster for her big return to Real Housewives of Atlanta, ended the source. Now, kinfolk, this is a rumor that's coming out of filming, tight-lipped filming of the new season Sweet 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So as always, we're going to take this rumor and we're going to dissect it. And the first part of this rumor, I think, is something that we pretty much already know about Porsha and about her time on Real Housewives of Atlanta and her time off of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And it's this. Porsha's whole brand is beauty and wealth, right? And so it is no surprise that she is trying to lock down her ability to film in this extravagant mansion that Simon purchased for them for the upcoming season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, my sources are saying that even though production is being very tight-lipped about a lot of the storylines, and also very tight-lipped about some of the ladies and their lifestyles, sources are saying that this season the ladies are bringing the wealth that fans have been asking for quite some time. And right now, my sources are saying Shamea has the most glamorous house of all of the ladies. And Porsha knows that her house is even better or comes a close second to Shamea's house. And that she allegedly simply does not want to be outdone by Shamea and some of the other ladies. And so that's understandable if you ask me, because Porsha's whole brand is wealth and beauty. And if she wants to solidify herself as the franchise housewife of Atlanta, then she has to portray that wealth and beauty more than any of her other cast members. So I can see why she's in a rush to try to gain filming access to the mansion that Simon purchased. Now, kinfolk, the next part of this rumor that my sources are saying that's happening behind the scenes of filming is this. My sources are saying that the new ladies are definitely bringing it this season. Now, it started off as the ladies were basically getting to know one another and not really shading each other, not really going back and forth with one another as well. However, my sources are saying that one thing for certain and two things for sure. These new cast members have studied the Real Housewife formula across all franchises, and they know the look they have to present, they know the ideal image they have to present, and they are presented very well. Now, when it comes to keeping up with the OG housewives like Kenya and Porsha and Cynthia, my sources are saying that that's a little topsy-turvy at this moment. But however, when it comes to the aesthetic of a housewife and what the fans have grown to love about Real Housewives of Atlanta, the ladies are definitely bringing it. The new ladies are presenting very aspirational wealth according to my sources, and I can see why that is pretty much lighting a fire under Porsha and maybe even under Kenya as well, as to try to make sure these ladies understand that they are the originators and they have more, I guess you can say, success or at least a bigger platform than the other ladies, so they can kind of exert some power or authority over the newbies. Now, my sources are saying that there are some newbies who are not really, adhering to that pecking order and who have just as much success as Porsha and Kenya, and they're not afraid to let it be known. Now, kinfolk, the third part of this rumor has to do with Simon and what he is allegedly doing to Porsha when it comes to their home that they share, and it's this. Many people on social media have already said this, and I'm just going to echo what they've already said. Simon is giving Porsha a run for her money. He is the ultimate stunt queen, the ultimate alleged scammer, and Porsha just not going to beat him at his own game. And in a way, Simon is really humiliating Porsha a lot on social media, to the point that I feel like a lot of other people feel like Porsha just should let it go. She's not going to outshade Simon, all right? She's not going to outpetty Simon. It could literally be a back and forth all day long, and Simon would not get tired, and probably Porsha would get tired before he does. And what that does is it really takes Porsha's attention away from filming this upcoming season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. We need Porsha sharp. We need Porsha interacting with the ladies and creating drama with them and not with Simon, especially if he's not being filmed. Now, also, Simon is humiliating Porsha on a different front as well. When it comes to the whole idea that Porsha is this multi-millionaire socialite Atlanta housewife, Simon really understands that one thing about Porsha, that she really tries to embody that and really believes that, even if certain aspects of that image is not holding up. According to Simon, when it comes to her finances, her credit isn't there. According to Simon, when it comes to her ability to pay for cars or expensive cars, cash money, that ability is not there. So Simon is really humiliating Porsha because he is tagging her and hitting her in the areas in which he knows that she cares about the most. That's why I have to believe my sources when they say that allegedly he knows that trigger language to get Porsha up and going. Now, would that be great if they were filming Simon? Yes, but Porsha has to realize the fact that they're not filming Simon, he's not contributing nothing to her season, and that he's actually doing her a disservice by taking her focus off of her filming that is in front of her. So Simon is pretty much not only humiliating Porsha, but also kind of outsmarting her and throwing her off her game. Now, kinfolk, the last part of this rumor, and it has to do with, everything that was said about Porsha and how she allegedly tricked a Bravo into signing her on this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And it's this. I can understand why Bravo may be trying to hold Porsha accountable with the storyline that she sold them about this luxurious life, this luxurious jet-setting life that her and Simon have created. And I can see why they may be probably pressuring her to get access to that mansion so they can see behind that gate, behind that velvet rope, so they can get some inside intimate looks and footage of Porsha actually being inside of this lifestyle. The only issue with that is if they are pressuring Porsha to get access to this mansion, it's kind of like fruitless. And the reason why I say that is because now that Porsha and Simon have divorced or have officially separated, the magic is somewhat gone, right? The mystique of their life and their private, expensive life or lavish life is also gone. Simon has been at least alleged not to be an American citizen, having deportation issues. On top of that, financial issues, and then Simon is alleging that Porsha is also having financial issues and can't afford the lifestyle that she wants to portray. So now the image has kind of like crumbled a little bit, if not completely. And it's a waste of Bravo's time if they are allegedly trying to force Porsha to get access to the house to film in, because we're not going to really buy what's in that house. We're not going to buy that image because we have been afforded now this complete open door inside to the behind the scenes of the inner workings of Porsha and Simon's marriage, relationship, and now divorce. And I think that their efforts might be better suited if they were trying to get Porsha just to go and film in her house and just pick up where we left off. Porsha in her own mansion, which is a nice house, navigating her life as a newly single woman. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. If you are to believe the rumors, because right now it's all alleged information and speculation, do you think it's worth Porsha's time to try to force a judge and go through all of these legal actions to film inside of a house that we kind of feel like is no longer magical in the sense of like luxury or luxuriousness? Or do you think that Porsha should fight to gain access inside of that house and be able to film inside of the house just so we as fans can see what the house looked like and what that life was when they were together? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this new video, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.